Hi, this is Doug Hoover with Counselor Realty of Bemidji. Today we're at Lake Bemidji State Park, and today I'm here with Pete Harrison. Pete Harrison is the park manager here at the park. So Pete, what activities are available at the state park?
Well, we have our campground, of course, which has 95 campsites for people. And they can either come with their tent to do some primitive camping, or there's also electric sites for campers and RVs. We have two group campsites, one which is primitive, tents only, and another fairly new campsite which can hold 5 campers and RVs plus tents. It has a shelter building, water on site. It's really kind of a turn-of-the-century new type of group camping site. We have our camper cabins, which are great for people who are new to camping because they're hard-sided, one room, kind of beds and seating arrangements, picnic table and fire ring for people. Of course, we have our recreational opportunities here at the park, hiking, biking, things like that in the summertime. We're the northern trailhead to the Paul Bunyan State Trail, which travels all the way to Crow Wing State Park south of the Brainerd-Baxter area. And of course, we have our lake. So there's plenty of opportunities for boaters, fishermen, and swimmers at the swimming beach if they want to get their feet wet.
Great. Pete, can we bring a boat here? Can somebody trailer a boat in here?
Absolutely, yeah, we encourage anybody who has boats to come. We've got our boat access, and plus we have our protected marina here, so people can bring their boats, leave them overnight. There's no charge for that. It's just kind of a first come, first serve, kind of a nice little amenity for people that are bringing their boats or jet skis, things like that.
Great. If somebody's on a bike ride, say looping the lake, can they come through the state park on their bike?
Yeah, actually you don't need a permit or a pass to get through the park if you're just on bike or on foot. But we see a lot of people that come through the park. They do the loop trail around the lake. So they come from town or they come from a local hotel or something like that. And it's about a 17-mile trip, but you can come through the park. The trail comes through, connects with the Paul Bunyan State Trail, and completely loops around the lake. But that's definitely something we see people doing that every day.
So Pete, what volunteer activities are available to people if they're willing to donate their time?
Well, we got a lot of people that call us at the park here to go out and do some volunteer work because, you know, a lot of the stuff we can't do ourselves. We've got a pretty limited staff and we can only get to so much during the year. So we really rely on our volunteers to come help us out. We've got the park cleanup day, which is always the first Saturday in May. So we get a lot of people coming out to help with that. Otherwise, we have individuals, sometimes groups, youth groups and things that come and help us out. They do help us out with a lot of our natural resource type activities, invasive species control, protection of our white pines from the white-tailed deer. People help us with protection of those trees so that they can grow and grow big and help replace some of the trees that come down in the park. And then we also have our Friends of Lake Bemidji State Park group, which again, a lot of the things that we do, we couldn't do without them. They help us advocate for different things in the park. They help us actually purchase some things to get things done. And then they're a group that really helps spread the word about Lake Bemidji State Park, promote the park, get more interest in the park, and get people out here to really experience it for themselves.
Great. If somebody wants to volunteer, who should they contact to make this happen?
Well, they can really just contact the park in general. Go to the website, go to the Minnesota DNR website, click on state parks, then find Lake Bemidji. All of our contact information will be found at the bottom of the page there. And they can call us directly at the park at 218-308-2300.
Are there any new or exciting changes coming to the state park?
Yeah, actually we're right in the middle of design and implementation of our natural playscape, which will be kind of an extension of our current playground, which of course is very popular with the kids and the families. Kids like to play and burn some energy off in the playground. But then we'll have the nature playscape, which will be situated just behind that, and that'll really give kids kind of a taste of some natural elements, how they can interact with nature beyond just what they do walking on a trail or riding their bike through the woods or things like that.
What activities are available to people in the wintertime?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you asked that because we are open year-round. We get that question a lot. But we do have a lot of activities. We've got 11 miles of cross-country ski trails that go through the park. So people can bring their skis. The trails are groomed, so everything's already set for them. We also have a snowmobile trail that comes through the park, and that provides access to the lake. So if people want to get on the lake by a snowmobile, they can do that. We have naturalist programs that go on year-round. And then we also have snowshoeing, and we rent snowshoes here at the park. So if somebody wants to give that a try, you can pretty much snowshoe anywhere in the park except for the groomed ski trail. So it actually gives you a lot of access to areas that are too wet or too remote in the summertime to get to. So you can use snowshoes to get those areas. And then we have naturalist programs year-round, and our big events, a few of our mainstays are our Candlelight Snowshoe event, our Candlelight Ski event, and then we also have a Take a Kid ice fishing event. So that introduces a lot of our youth to kind of the nuances and the ways to get out there and do some ice fishing.
Great. So Pete, what do you love about Bemidji?
It's a town known for its culture, for its arts, for its activities, for the things that are happening here. So it's really a vibrant town that really has things going on all the time. There's a lot of things to do and see here. We see a lot of visitors that are coming from across the world, really, coming from all countries to come to Bemidji and see some of these spots. So it's always been fun seeing that.
What is your favorite event in Bemidji?
Well, I've been impartial to the Loop the Lake Festival, which happens the third Saturday in June. It's a way for us to celebrate biking in Bemidji and biking as an activity for really all members of the family. So it's a really fun, laid-back event. There's music, there's food, of course there's people riding their bikes around the lake, but it's a real family-friendly event and a way to attract visitors to Bemidji who like to bike, who like to get outside and really enjoy it all.
Great.